Those of you that grew up in the 90s to early 2000s will probably remember watching this show. It's definitely one of the shows that defined my childhood. I just found it really relatable. Like, I'm sure everyone had a strict teacher just like the grouchy Miss Finster, and we for sure all knew a kid that was just like Randall. But of course, like several other shows out there, people have found a way to turn it dark. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to Most Amazing Top 10. I'm your host, Lindsay Ivan, and today I'm bringing you the top 10 scary recess theories. So Recess premiered in 1994 and ended in 2001 after 6 seasons. The show followed the lives of a group of friends consisting of 4 boys and 2 girls. It then explores their life at school and everyone's favorite thing about school, recess. But their recess is a bit more different. Starting off this countdown, we have the science experiment. This next theory suggests that all the students are subjects of the school's science experiment. They believe that the students' cafeteria food is laced with some sort of drug that causes them to function more like adults. The teachers are then observing and recording their behaviors. As a result of the drug, the children have created their own mini society with the government and their own rules. They even have their own political and social structure. And of course, Randall is the one kid that is not being fed drug-infused food. His job is to report back any findings to Miss Finster, one of the masterminds behind this. And at number 9, we have the Finsters. People have realized that Miss Finster, aka Muriel Finster, has the same last name as a character from another lovable cartoon, the Rugrats. This has led them to believe that Miss Finster is Chucky Finster's grandmother or great aunt. So besides their last name being the same, when Muriel was young, she had long red hair and wore blue glasses. Well, who else has red hair? Chucky. I mean, come on, what are the odds that they're both redheads and they both have the same last name? Making our way down the list at number 8, we have the evil mastermind. So Gretchen is extremely intelligent. In the episode titled A Genius Among Us, it is shown that she is smarter than most of the teachers. Well, it turns out that she is a little too smart for her own good. So much so that people believe that she was creating a machine that would get revenge on Miss Finster and Principal Prickly. And also on any of the kids that have ever bullied her. I mean, she definitely is smart enough to come up with one. I wouldn't want to mess with her. In our 7th spot, we have Recess 99. Someone has noticed that the main crew of Recess scarily resembles the cast of the show Brooklyn Nine-Nine. In fact, they believe that the kids grew up to be one of the cops on Brooklyn Nine-Nine, but they changed their name for protection's sake. So TJ is Jake Peralta. They both are troublemakers that don't play by the rules. Then you got Gus, who is Charles Boyle. Both the characters are kind of dorky, social outcasts, and they both dress in mainly shades of beige and olive. Gretchen is Amy Sanchez and clearly has a major glow up. But both characters are know-it-alls. Then you have Spirelli, who is Rosa Diaz. Both are tough and both are mainly referred to by their last name. Vince is Terry, and lastly, Mikey is Scully. I mean, they both love eating and they both have majestic singing voices. Moving on to number 6, we have the lonely old lady. Of course, I'm talking about Miss Finster here. She is shown to be so grouchy, and it seems like she doesn't like kids. Well, if that's the case, then why doesn't she just retire? Well, it's said that although she acts like she hates kids, she actually likes being around them. This theory states that she couldn't have kids of her own, so her working at a school fills this empty void. In fact, we have seen her caring side. In the episode titled Weekend at Muriel's, Spinelli is forced to spend the weekend at Miss Finster's house while her parents are away. During this episode, they actually have a fun time together. They hula dance together, eat hot dogs in the park, and even go mini golfing. So she does have a soft spot for kids. After years of not being able to conceive her own, she regards all the kids at the school as her own. We are now at our 5th and halfway mark with Monsters Recess. This theory blew my mind, seriously. So, it is believed that Randall from Recess and Randall from Monsters Inc. are the same person. I know it sounds crazy, but they do bear uncanny resemblances. First off, they both have slanted eyes and are always in that hunched over posture. On top of that, they both have that same sly smirk. And they do that little evil thing with their hands like this. Yeah, they both do that. And okay, but how did Randall transform into a lizard? Well, maybe he went snitching on the wrong person. As a result, he was punished and transformed into a lizard. Now, Randall from Monsters Inc. is able to blend in with his surroundings, making him appear invisible. Meaning he can still spy and gather intel on others, just like how Randall from Recess spies on everyone from Miss Finster. And hello, they have the same name. In our 4th spot, we have the abusive teacher. So Miss Finster's and Randall's relationship is quite odd. it's not a typical student-teacher relationship at all, leading others to believe that Miss Finster is grooming Randall. First off, she targeted Randall, a vulnerable kid that is picked on in school. She then makes Randall feel worthy and appreciated. She does this by trusting him with a key to the playground ball storage room. Then she gives him tasks to do that makes him feel special, and as if he's the chosen one. The tasks are him spying on the students. Randall feels comfortable around her and trusts her. In fact, he spends most of his time with her or spying for her. Meanwhile, Miss Finster's true intentions are to gain complete control over Randall and abuse him. And at number 3, we have where bad kids go. This theory suggests that the school actually has a secret lab where the bad kids go to get remodeled, aka they're brainwashed and forced to become good students. So let's look at the facts. In the episode titled Principal for the Day, we learned that the kid Menlo wasn't always the goody two-shoes that we see him as. In fact, he used to be wild and pull pranks just like TJ. In fact, they were both really good friends until Menlo changed his ways and became a well-behaved student. In this episode, the kid who is deemed Principal for the Day gets to, what's self-explanatory, he becomes Principal for the day. People theorize that they only choose bad kids for this, and then they're taken down to the lab where they're brainwashed. Thankfully, TJ was able to escape before it was too late, but Menlo wasn't so lucky, and he was completely stripped of his personality. In our second spot, we have the social experiment. So there's no denying that there's something weird going on with the kindergartens in this show. This next theory suggests that the whole school is one big social experiment. Starts off in kindergarten where the kids compete in several activities. Basically, this weans out the weak kids as only the elite can join the school. That's why we often see them in face paint. Other times they're running around shoeless and shirtless. In fact, their space is considered to be dangerous and full of traps. Well, yeah, traps to kill off the weak kids. They're also shown to be violent, carrying weapons, and the older kids say that they like to eat each other. Maybe this is true. They're participating in some sort of Hunger Games survival of the fittest type stuff. Once you get past kindergarten, you have to continue to make it past each grade. Each grade is like a different level with new tasks and new challenges. And in our number 1 spot, we have the ghost children. This is probably the most popular theory out there. Basically, it says that the kids in the show are all ghosts of kids that were killed in or near the school. Their spirits are still haunting the school. Now, each character is said to still be present to fulfill a goal. For starters, they say that TJ was hit and killed by an ice cream truck during a protest, but his spirit remains to try and encourage others to fight for their right. Vince suffered from an injury that ended his basketball career. As a result, he tried to take his own life. He ended up dying in a mental hospital. Finelli died in a fist fight. Her spirit remains to try and protect others. Gus was bullied to death. Mikey went into a diabetic coma. And Gretchen took her life after her classmate stole her science project and won the science award with it. It's a crazy theory. But it continues, saying that the diggers died in a nearby coal mine and Randall was shot and killed for snitching. And that's all for today's video. Let's move on to our comment shout-out portion. I'll be shouting out more comments from my video, Top 10 Scary Sesame Street Theories Part 3. Ian Ford commented, imagine just taking a late night walk and seeing Elmo staring at you. Yeah, no thanks, I'd be out of there so fast. Like, I swear I'd rather see Siren Head than Elmo in the middle of the night. Jennifer commented, Lindsay, you're an awesome host, but I've especially been a fan of your hair since your first video. You have hair that I would kill for. Wow, oh my gosh, thank you. I mean, it's unruly sometimes, but thank you. Search and Rescue Cosmo commented, hey Lindsay, I love your channel. May I please get a shout out? It would make my day. Thanks, I like when you host the best. Here's your shout out. There you go, hope it made your day. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Please continue to watch our videos and support our channel. And that's all the comments I'm shouting out for today. Make sure to comment something down below for a chance to be featured in my next comment shout out. And as always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to Most Amazing Top 10 for more amazing videos. I've been your host, Lindsay Ivan, and I'll see you when I see you.